As soon as the game catches up there we go. Alright, spawning in the bottom right hand corner, the red Terran, it is none other than BYUN. And his opponent in the top left hand corner, the blue Terran, it is Liquid CLEM. I think it's going to be a really fun one. I think both of these players are both renowned for being like aggressive, micro-based Terrans. Both players love Marines, love getting the most out of them, so always a pleasure. This is of course a best of 5. Make sure we put that in the scoreboard below. Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of a tough one. I think most people might argue that BYUN has maybe the tighter control, but I mean, I don't know. Like, CLEM is very, very close. This could certainly go either way. And these are the kind of players where they're both aggressive enough, but both very consistent, that it could honestly, like, I don't see them killing each other in the early game. I see this going to the mid game at least, unless there's like a very committed all-in. Because what I found recently, I've been casting a lot of BYUN lately, and what kind of blows me away is not only is his micro so good on the offense, it's actually, he's got really good decision making and micro on the defense as well. Alright, so far factory for CLEM, BYUN going with the depot first, but more or less mirror builds. It's much of the muchness for these two players. Yeah, I'm very curious to see who's going to be applying pressure. I mean, both of these players can play standard, and I do expect at least one of them to do more or less standard in each game. Reaper scouting for a proxy for CLEM. BYUN just going straight across the map to do a scout. Oh, they might engage here. Both players getting the first shot. Good grenade control. BYUN renowned for... I'm not sure if this is still the case, but at least at some point he was undisputably the best Reaper control micro in StarCraft 2. I don't know if that's still the case, but he's certainly up there. Alright. So Starport on the way here for CLEM, and Cyclone on the way here for BYUN. BYUN has been using the Cyclone more and more. It's a great unit. It's almost like a... you can make one Cyclone and it will be extremely effective, but they do kind of fall off the more that you make. I think there was a time in Terran vs Zerg where you could actually make quite a few Cyclones and Hellions, and that was a bit difficult for Zerg to deal with. But certainly not... you can kind of do it in Terran vs Terran, but the tanks with their massive damage versus armored kind of punishes that style if it's not careful. Alright, getting a cheeky shot at the SUV, but of course he will be pushed back here. Now, Cyclone gonna mix in here. Cyclone should be able to kind of pick off one of these Hellions, unless CLEM has really fast reactions. We have to see he's running into the bush here. Lock-on does go down. CLEM, okay, does pull back, keeps it alive, but there's gonna be a second Cyclone here. And they do quite a lot of damage over time. So 2 Cyclones should be able to pick off one of these like Hellions or Reapers if they do scuffle again. Let's see. Oh, okay. A Marine tank drop with this. Oh, cool. Alright, this is a little squad of units here for CLEM. I always kind of envision like this is what the game designers had in mind for StarCraft 2, where just like you have like this like collection of units that each have their role and can find various bits of damage here. So he's going to put the tank right in the back here, so it's going to be in range of the mineral line, but not too far forward that it's easy to pick off here for BYUN. So this is quite a nuisance. He hasn't lost any workers. Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. He's lost a worker now. Yeah, this is a bit tough. Let's see. BYUN's just making Marines, and he's got Stem on the way. I mean, the Cyclones can kind of pick off units who get too far forward. But that lock-on ability, do remember it is a cooldown, so you can only use it every once in a while. I'm actually not sure on the time myself, but it is a slow cooldown. Yeah, it looks like BYUN's slowly picking away at this. An interesting unsiege there by CLEM. I think he wanted to leave, but then he re-sieged thinking that he actually had to hold his ground. It's a bit of an indecision here by CLEM. Alright, Raven is a follow-up here for CLEM. And still just Marines and Medivacs for BYUN. That, I mean, it is BYUN to a T. Oh, is he going for the counterattack? Did CLEM see that? I think he did. We'll see if he drops a bunker or has a tank at home. He should do, yeah. Looks like he's going to put a tank in siege mode in the front and then a Marine for vision. Yeah, CLEM is preparing for this, but a bunch of his armies is still on the other side of the map. There's the stim out of BYUN. He's going forward. He's going for gold. Good auto turret on the Raven there. Oh, BYUN, bit of indecision of himself. Loses all his Marines. I mean, he does get the tank, but that's a lot of production time, a lot of minerals lost there. The army value does shrink here for BYUN quite drastically. Oh, the Cyclones! Oh, they do end up getting the medevac, but not before the tank is dropped. So good micro there by CLEM. Oh, Raven does go down though. Oh, tank in the back there. BYUN did not see it and got a big volley on those Marines again. But the tank for BYUN. Just see how much damage it does versus armored. That Cyclone. It was on 3/4 health, and now it's down to 6 hit points. So it does do quite a lot of damage. Wow, BYUN dropping down the CC. Does that? Oh, just out of vision. There's like a pixel. So yeah, I think CLEM knew about that. He might try to pressure, but makes sense for him to just go home here. It looks like he's scouting for a third here. Yeah. That might kind of throw things off a little bit for him, but he should scout that momentarily. He knows the importance of knowing whether his opponent is on 3 bases or 2. Alright. Yeah, more bio on the way here for BYUN. As expected, I mean, he has some of the best Marine control in StarCraft 2. It's no wonder that he'll rely quite heavily on that. I think that's what makes him so exciting as a player. He's so explosive once he gets that critical mass of Marines. And he can just put them everywhere. He knows how to multitask and hit you from multiple angles. He always has like 2 or 3 prong attacks going on once he's ready. Oh, this Marine. Okay, he does see it. Just a cheeky perv on the command center. Oh, BYUN preparing for a drop. There's, oh, there are some Vikings in the main base. Oh. Don't think BYUN knows about that. This Marine does not see. Oh, big scan there by CLEM. Oh, and he gets all the Marines in the medevac. Oh no, the disable of the medevac with the tank too. Oh, excellent CLEM defense there by CLEM. Wow, okay. Yeah, things are looking really, really good here for CLEM. And he's going to go for the counter. He has the units to do it. He's up nearly 30 army supply. Oh, siege in mode in the fog here. Getting a Marine in a tank. And does delay CLEM a little bit here. The Viking advantage. No more medevacs in the sky. No libs can be used. And it's going to be... It's going to be a committed effort, I think, for BYUN to try to dislodge that Viking count. Because he can't make Vikings of his own unless he drops down an extra starport. Because it'll just be more Vikings against less. Yeah, CLEM very, very patient here. Slowly inching forward here with his tanks. And don't forget, he has that army supply lead. So, this is quite scary here for BYUN. The one thing that I think that makes TVT so exciting is that because the units are so high damage, such low health, that like a one tank volley can stabilize a game. Alright, CLEM now dropping down his 4th, as is BYUN, but already a Marine to delay that. So the 4th for CLEM will be faster. 2 Marines do indeed beat 1. Wow, look at the vision for CLEM right now. This is crazy. It's funny, it's almost like seeing a Zerg player spread their Zerglings out. BYUN's doing it with Marines, which is kind of cool. I mean, he has the supply lead, and I think he knows it too. Oh, there's that tank volley I was talking about, and now BYUN's even further behind. 4th base is cancelled. I mean, Liquid Clem, he's got a death push here, and he's ahead in economy. I don't know what you do here as BYUN. I think he's considering going for a counter, but he's going to lose pretty much all of his infrastructure at home. There is some disables available on this Raven. It's a lot of help though. Actually, if he stims forward and picks it off, that is a big deal. Alright, stim across the map. Oh my god, but Clem just has so much money, so much macro at home, that his production is able to defend the counterattack. There's the disable. One tank is picked off. Oh no, 2 twos in range. Very questionable engineering bay location. I suppose he wanted to take this 4th base to secure it, but Clem definitely punishing him now. Yeah, no 2-2. What does Clem have? He's not even researching 2-2. So I guess that would just be even. That would have been the one saving grace here for BYUN, is having upgraded Marines. Make his Marine power even that much stronger. But that might be it. That might be GG. There's just not very much left here for BYUN. His production's been camped, his counterattacks have been stopped. He just does not have enough to defend on either side here. Clem is just... he's just the good old garbage compactor. He's just crushing BYUN in. BYUN going for this 4th base down here, but that's going to be under pressure soon. Looks like Clem slowly inching forward. He's now in range of the mineral line, which is really annoying. BYUN forced to kind of idle his workers because they will just automatically go there and slowly die. Oh, big, yeah, huge drop there by Clem, identifying that there's not enough tank support, or at least it was out of position. I don't know what BYUN really does from here. I think this is, he's slowly bleeding out, maybe just processing the loss. Oh, big place here. SCVs are being pulled. This might be the last engagement here. These tanks just trading so well against these Marines. Wow, he does get all the tanks though. He does actually clean this up. But at what cost? I mean, resources lost. So much more efficient here for Clem. 111 Marines to 59. That definitely has to hurt. Interesting. Clem even is sending some medivacs away from the natural prick contain into the main push here. What's the tank count? Oh wow, 5 tank lead for Clem, and that's a big deal. Tanks just allow you to zone control and hold more positions than your opponent can kind of deal with. Alright, looks like Clem is regrouping. He might try to go for the natural, or bust through the 3rd here. Yeah, he's going to leap forward his tanks. BYUN's going to try and jump on this. He does get 1 tank, but a big counter volley by Clem. Oh man. BYUN scans, sees how many tanks there are back there. He's going to have to lose all of his tanks in response. And even the Marines here, enough for Clem. Let's see, it is 2-2 versus 2-2, so that'll be it. GG. Clem will take game number 1. Alright. Very cool game. I think I went into this, I don't think I've ever seen BYUN and Clem clash before. They probably have. But I went into this probably expecting BYUN to have the advantage. But he threw away his lead one too many times, and BYUN was able to punish him for that. Alright, now it is on an older patch, so it's going to actually just boot me out every single time, so just bear with us here. Alright, I'm just going to pause the recording just a moment. Alright, cool. We are back now with game number 2. So this will be on Pillars of Gold. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the red tier, it is Clem. And his opponent in the top right, it is BYUN. Oh, it reset my mouse settings. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think BYUN maybe really overconfident in game 1 there. Just trying to go for these aggressive plays, and CLEM was just really patient, just shut it down. So that's kind of, I guess that's kind of what in hindsight, that's probably what I should have expected between these two. CLEM, although compared to his peers and more of the Europe scene, he is quite an aggressive Terran. BYUN is just hyper aggressive, and so CLEM just kind of plays more passive in comparison, which kind of makes it makes it really cool, because CLEM can play defensively to the Korean aggressive style, but then still has his own form of aggression to kind of counterattack and contain and pressure. Now, I think BYUN was quite tilted there, and CLEM probably suspecting that from a game 1 where BYUN was quite far behind for a lot of it, and he stayed in, and CLEM just kind of systematically closed out the game. So I think CLEM is anticipating a potential proxy here, which explains an SUV scout. BYUN actually hiding the SUV there. Now, of course, this SUV can attack the command center, but it would rather escape with its life, so it's going to go home now. There's actually a little bit of a meta, actually. Like, do you send this SUV straight home, and the Reaper of your opponent goes along that path to kind of catch it? Or do you send it out to the side to get away? And as the Reaper player, do you check for the SUV being hidden? Do you go straight to your opponent's base? BYUN actually opting just to leave it home. Both players just going to open quite passively here. Much faster factory for BYUN though. He's actually supply blocked. I wonder if that's actually a part of the build. Alright, starport here for BYUN, so he's ticking up very quickly. I think BYUN is wanting to go for... could be something like a Banshee, maybe a Raven. Let's see, yeah, tech lap on the barracks. I do expect a Banshee here, but I mean, a Raven is also good. A Raven does have the auto turret, can build up energy for the disables, but usually that's if you're building tanks, which BYUN is just building Hellions here. I expect this is being a later starport with the tech lab being made by the factory there. This should be a factory. Sorry, should be a Raven. Yeah, so it is Cloak Banshee here for BYUN. Oh, it's so fascinating watching these two play. It's such a learning opportunity. I hope you guys are learning as much as I am. I have been playing quite a lot of Terran lately, but TVT, I've just been quite lazy, just been doing the 2-1-1, which is fine if you're in kind of in the lower leagues, but if you're wanting to improve, you do have to start going for more of these technical openings. There's just so many ways that you can be punished if you don't make these Reapers and Hellions. Or like Cyclones, or have a bunker. There's just a lot of things that you have to do just in case something happens. Oh, this scout here by CLEM, perfectly timed. Doesn't actually see the Banshee, but does see the cloak, so that definitely tells CLEM what's on the way. And this should be, yeah, there's already a Raven queued up behind this. Now, CLEM will go for his own Banshee across the map. There is a Cyclone in position. There's no cloak for this Banshee out of CLEM, so if he isn't watching it, could just walk into that Cyclone and die. Let's see, does CLEM have a scan available? I'm not sure about the natural. Yeah, he does. Okay. Looks like the... Yep, BYUN just going to try to get as many kills as he can, but great repair there. Doesn't actually lose... Okay, does lose one worker. Looks like the Cyclone does push away the Banshee here of CLEM. He does get one Marine kill for its troubles. Second Banshee here for BYUN. He's probably going to be more passive with this. I mean, he does have Cloak, which is quite useful, but now that obviously CLEM knows about it, there's a Raven out, there's Cyclones out, Marines out. Probably going to use the Banshee more for scouting and defense. Oh wow, even repairing. CLEM has just been so efficient. I mean, when you start kind of considering things like effective HP, and effective HP can also correlate to sustained damage throughout a fight. It does matter. You know, these repairing is a big deal, especially when both your opponent and yourself are similar or equal skill, like these two players are, and you're probably going to be on more or less even units. If you have more effective HP than your opponent, it's a big deal. Alright, Banshee coming in. Now, by the way, BYUN did scout that CLEM was leaving his base, so he's trying to time this Banshee with that, but Missile Turret and Cyclone being left at home. CLEM, of course, respecting the cloak out of BYUN. Oh, BYUN not looking very uncharacteristic of BYUN there. Oh, Raven going too far forward here by CLEM. Does get picked off immediately. And that helps BYUN a lot. That means there's no disables anymore, no auto turrets. So the pushing power of CLEM is greatly reduced. Worker will get killed. Wow, BYUN just gonna go home. That's risky, but there's no medivacs here to punish. If there was a medivac, he could have dropped Marines on this. So I think that was a calculated move there by BYUN. And now he's going to drop Marines on this third base. There's nothing here yet to defend. There's a tank on the high ground. 2 SCVs going down. Yeah, this is quite sloppy out of BYUN, actually. Not what you would usually expect out of the Korean Terran. Looks like CLEM has just kind of solidified his forces here. BYUN was split in two. Not able to have the combined might of his army. CLEM now just going to be doing the patrol pass here with the Vikings. BYUN might actually be checking for that. That's probably what these Vikings are for. Yeah, he's just having a wee nosy. It does tell him the Viking count of CLEM, and he's forced to land and walk out. The walk of shame. The waddle of shame. Alright, lockdown. Of course, the Cyclone not very impactful anymore. Alright, good tank position here by BYUN. Now, it does kind of make a contain between the natural and the third, which makes things difficult to regroup here as CLEM without taking some bad trades. And the tanks do get taken out. Oh, BYUN ever eager to find more damage, but CLEM just so patient. If anything, this kind of reminds me a little bit, or not remind, but it's the kind of thing I like to think about in terms of different styles of, say, the Koreans and the Europeans, where the Europeans are just so much more consistent and passive and defensive overall. Not that they can't be aggressive, but their strengths are definitely in the defense and their growth. Whereas the Koreans definitely like this hyper-aggressive, agile, efficient kind of style, and you're really seeing here, BYUN really wants to find damage, he really wants to pressure, but CLEM is just kind of defending everything. Oh, what was back there? Was that a tank? What was that doing there? I think it was a Cyclone, actually. Alright, looks like CLEM is checking for a third base. Now, let's see. Worker account lead here for CLEM. So, BYUN's aggression isn't really paying off here. He's down tank. He is up on Marines, but that's kind of a it's like kind of like a go figure. I think this is double starport. No, only one starport. He's just got way more air units than BYUN has. 5 Vikings and 4 medivacs. I think 4 is a good number of medivacs. If you have more than that, they start to kind of become redundant. Net investment is kind of best used elsewhere. BYUN now establishing his 4th base. 4th base by CLEM, just made defensively here. Now, that is the one thing kind of going in BYUN's favor, is by keeping the pressure on CLEM. He can kind of be greedy and take a lot of bases faster behind this. But wow, okay, this is a big move out here by CLEM. I don't think BYUN realizes his army is really out of position. He has one squad here, which he could siege up and slow this down. But he just has no idea. He's going to get completely blindsided by this. Alright, BYUN going in. Going to deny the fourth, but his entire production in natural is being sieged here. Oh man, this is huge damage here by CLEM. BYUN caught completely with his pants down. Alright, tanks will come forward here. There are 4 tanks to 2. So the pushing power should be in BYUN's favor. But, oh my god, so much infrastructure damage. I mean, BYUN's going to be supply blocked back into the early game. Looks like BYUN is also finding a lot of damage. Both of these players, 25 to 29, they're just gutting each other's economy. +2/+2 gets denied, that's kind of a big deal. +2 armor did finish for BYUN, but not attack. Oh, BYUN inching forward. There's no high ground vision for CLEM as of yet, so he will use this as an opportunity to clear out the tanks. CLEM just looking to trade out as much as he possibly can, and he's really going to town here, but good positioning by BYUN, having the tanks on the high ground, both pushes out here and also defends here, so overall quite a smart decision, and saves his tanks. So 8 tank advantage here for BYUN. Alright, when all said and done, I mean, quite obviously CLEM does have the highest supply. I mean, he's got more workers and more army. But the tank count, he's only really down 1 tank. Yeah, no, CLEM's actually in a better position here, I would say. He's also got more command centers. This is the main base command center that has been lifted. And once again, look at BYUN's, CLEM's vision. He just sees so much of the map. He's so ready for everything. It just allows him to make constantly the correct defensive decisions because he has so much of that fog of war negated by his spread marines. 2 liberators here by BYUN will force some marine trades, and does pick up a tank, so BYUN smelling blood in the water there, does pick off one of the tanks. It's all about the tanks, guys. Whoever has the most tanks can apply the most pressure or can be the most defensive. A little squad here by BYUN, but this is going to be alerted by these marines. So, CLEM, always with more information. Oh, goodbye medevac. I like how BYUN kind of does keep his marines behind the tanks. It's been baiting CLEM to go for these drops. Here we go, that does get scouted. BYUN? Looks like he used the full army control group there. There is a planetary here, so they can drop behind it and kill ECVs, but they won't be able to take out the base. Both players watching each other. Nice missile turret placement here by CLEM. Alright. Interesting, BYUN's actually only got, he's only got orbitals. Yeah. So he's down a command center. Oh! Vikings to catch the drop. Huge pickup there for CLEM. Man, BYUN's just getting punished over and over again for these aggressions. Oh, and the tanks are so low health! Oh my god, they're gonna get picked off. 2 get taken out immediately, but BYUN's been bullied out of a good location, and now he can't defend. CLEM kind of getting in between the army and the bases here, and now BYUN just struggling to find a right position. In fact, his army... Yeah, his army was just kind of sitting here. Oh, I have no vision. Yeah, his army just kind of sat here, realizing that he's now lost. Cool. Alright, we're going to just pause, go into the next game. Alright. We are back now with game number 3. Spawning in the top right-hand corner, the blue Terran, it is CLEM. And of course, in the bottom left, his opponent, the red Terran, it is BYUN. Yeah, I mean, BYUN just being heavily punished for his aggression there. So I'm curious if he might decide to either... I mean, he's got two choices here. Either he tones it down a little bit and he plays more passive, more greedy, takes more bases, more aggressive on the upgrades, or he just doubles down and goes even more aggressive, try to really break CLEM, which I don't know if that could work. It is best of 5, and if anyone can bring this up, or bring this back, I think it is BYUN. I think BYUN does have it in him, but by the way that CLEM is playing, I mean, CLEM just seems to have BYUN's number. Either he's studied the way that BYUN is playing, or just his style just seems to be a natural counter, where he kind of always has something at home to defend, he always has good map vision, and he just kind of almost waits for BYUN to make a mistake, and when he does, CLEM just goes and counters, and he just holds key locations that is really difficult for BYUN to dislodge. Now, BYUN did have a lot more of the initiative in the last game. He was the one kind of putting on the pressure. But yeah, every time he tried to inch forward, CLEM just shaved off more of BYUN's units than BYUN was able to dish back. CLEM once again going for the SCV Scout, just kind of very conscious of BYUN going for a proxy to Rex Reaper, which honestly maybe he should do. Maybe BYUN should do that. He's got excellent Reaper control. If anyone can kind of aggro CLEM out of a game with Reaper control, it is BYUN. All right, BYUN checking for a proxy. Or you know, a hidden SCV could also be there. All right, faster factory for BYUN again. So that does indicate that, once again, BYUN does want to be the aggressor. Okay, just going to be a Hellion this time. Might be going for maybe a Hellion Marine Medivac push, perhaps? Not sure yet. So far, more or less mirrored. BYUN, of course, with a slightly faster starport there, but everything else looking more or less the same. Yeah, I'm curious now. Like, I mean, CLEM has just been so on top of his defense. What is it going to take for him to miss a beat? What is it going to take for him to be out of position? Or does CLEM just have such a good read on this matchup that he's just always got the right response? Which, I mean, the defensive burden is always much more difficult than it is to execute an aggressive play. All right, Medivac. Ah, yeah. All right, Marines in a Widow Mine, and then probably the Hellion Cyclone might join in. We'll have to see. Yeah, looks like that's going to go across the map. All right. Now CLEM split his forces here. Let's see, where is he rallied? He's rallied in the middle. Oh! Is he going to go across? It looks like he plans to do a similar thing, but BYUN's going to hit first. Oh my god. It's like 2 ships in the night. Oh, BYUN going to completely unload here outside of vision. This is going to do a lot of damage. There's no stim, mind you, of course. But it does come on in here. Widowmine does borrow. And it's not actually utilized, which is actually kind of more scary than it getting a shot off. But the Hellions come in here, already getting some SCV kills, but the depot is lifted. And I don't see a way of CLEM getting above this. Meanwhile, there's more and more damage being done in the main base of CLEM here. Looks like he will drop onto the natural. There's not enough units to stop BYUN from going back in. Oh no, there is. I lie. Cyclone 4 Marine should do the trick. Alright, BYUN pushes CLEM out and continues the aggression. Let's see. There are more workers here for CLEM, but that's... I mean, it's actually about army more so than workers right now. Like, it's good if CLEM can stabilize, sure, but So far, BYUN is making that incredibly difficult. CLEM trying to redrop here. Marines are in position. Looks like BYUN gonna try the same. And both of these players just... they're having a punching fist, and yeah, that'll be it. BYUN, wow, alright, with a very decisive victory there. Alright, we are back here for game number 4. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner, the red Terran is, of course, BYUN. And his opponent, the blue Terran, it is CLEM. Alright. SUV being sent out across the map. BYUN is going for a proxy. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time when BYUN decides to do this. Now, CLEM has been SUV scouting, I want to say, 2 out of the 3 games so far. It doesn't look like he's doing it this game. Oh, man. BYUN with his number. Oh, actually, this barracks location could indicate like the barracks going into the going into the main base and making marauders. But I expect Reapers. It should just be Reapers. It's like one of the fastest Reaper locations. Straight into this main base. Alright. I mean, I was kind of saying, like, I mean, I wonder if BYUN needs to either double down on aggression or play more passively. I feel like he got kind of lucky in the last game where he just caught CLEM as he was leaving his base. And was able to kind of strike first and have the initiative, which I suppose is technically being more aggressive, but this is kind of what I more expected. Ah, yeah, it is. It's going to be the Marauder Rush. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, so I think you get Custom Shell. I think you get 2 or 3 Marauders. And CLEM no Scout. Now, of course, the Reaper will be able to go across the map and cause a ruckus. Oh, the Reaper. Funnily enough, the Reaper out of CLEM, this pathing, probably would have scouted the proxy Rex out of BYUN. But BYUN picking a different type of proxy here, the main base kind. Yeah, so there's a concussive shell on the way. It's actually a fairly fast upgrade, if I remember correctly. I think it's one of the fastest out of the barracks tech lab upgrades. Now, it won't take much for CLEM to just pop into the main base and see this, but it's just, it's not something you always expect. Alright, yeah, it should be time with the second one, because that's when concussive will finish. On the bright side here, CLEM is leaving his Reapers at home. Let's see. Yeah, they're not moving out. And the Marauders are now revealed. Of course, with a slow, they can kite and just kill so many SUVs. And the Reapers are here, so that is a bit of DPS on the defense here for CLEM. And BYUN doing a great job of focusing down the ranged units of CLEM. Notice how he's focus firing these Reapers before going for the SUVs. Oh no. Oh, this bottleneck here for BYUN being so effective. The Hellions just don't really do well against these Marauders. Yep, good call there by CLEM. I was about to say, you do need to repair that Hellion if you want to survive here. But this is already, I mean, 7 workers to both Reapers have been killed. A lot of lost mining time. This is already a great success here for BYUN. Marauder trying to go for that Hellion. Probably won't get the chance. Oh, one more shot. There we go. Does pick it off. I think a bit of a mistake there by CLEM. Alright, Marauder coming out here. I mean, the slow just makes it so difficult to micro against this. But this is, I mean, this is an excellent opening here for BYUN. Now his command center is later, so even though he has the worker advantage now, the extra worker cycles here for BYUN, sorry, for CLEM rather, should kind of stabilize. And also do take into account one of BYUN's production buildings is on the other side of the map. I guess one good thing about this though is that I suppose you do kind of want concussive shell anyway, and you might as well use that going forward. Though then again, I don't think BYUN makes Marauders. Pretty sure he literally just makes Marines. He's a mono unit battle kind of guy. Alright, Cyclone just chilling at home. Banshee follow up. And BYUN's going to get a full scout of this, by the way, which is really nice for him. Now, it's a tank coming. So, this Banshee could actually do a lot of damage. And the thing is, like, when you defend a rush like this, it's very tempting to just kind of drop your mules and try to stabilize your economy. So I wouldn't be surprised if CLEM does not have a scan available. Oh, actually, I say that, but there's no cloak. Never mind. Disregard that whole line of reasoning. Now, CLEM... Yeah, he's going to go for a counterattack as this Banshee comes in. Now, there are 2 Cyclones on the defense here for BYUN. There's no tank. In fact, he's going to go for... Yeah, he's not going to have a tank for a very long time. He will have a Raven, though. Oh, it's like, what is this? Add-on still chilling. Alright, Hellion going to first to soak up the lock on there. Oh, doesn't quite get the Cyclone. But the Banshee now in not being microed. Oh no, all these shots being wasted on the refinery. It looks like BYUN does realize, but not before CLEM has the correct response. Oh, let's see. There is an auto turret available on this Raven. It is fishing for that. Good lock-ons here by BYUN. It pulls some workers to actually repair the Cyclones. And the auto turret now in a position where it's just going to zone all of this out. This is a great location for it. Workers just going to repair that. Right, well I mean, all said and done, the faster CC of course has now stabilized CLEM. BYUN does have the slight worker lead still, but those workers are currently being used to repair, so I think incomes will probably be rather similar here. Looks like CLEM has a mule. Fast third CC. Ah, BYUN's is already done. Disregard that. Alright, well, BYUN should be ahead in eco. Right, this is kind of what I was wondering. Like, does BYUN identify CLEM's defensive play and just play more greedy, where CLEM isn't applying nearly as much pressure? Can BYUN just get away with, you know, faster base, more workers, faster upgrades, and then go for a timing when he already has a lot of advantages in his favor? Cool. BYUN does see that it's there in the main base. Raven going to come in here, drop a turret behind mineral line, and that will delay some of the production here, a lot of the lost mining time as well. Oh, we have a Marine. Now, Cyclones do start to kind of become a little bit more redundant as the army's supplies do increase. So if you can kind of trade them out for something, then that's always a good move. Wow, BYUN, he's going for a big drop, but looks like CLEM is going to drop inside BYUN's base. Oh, this is going to look very scary. It looks like another missile auto turret was dropped. It killed 7 workers actually. But we do need to keep an eye on this drop here. Tanks out of position here for BYUN. He's going to siege them further back so that the Marines can't push any further. But 3 tanks here in amongst BYUN's production. And there's going to be no more units for a little while here for BYUN. Now, looks like this good tank line by BYUN. We'll slowly pick this apart. Alright, what do we have in the main base? 1 tank not currently sieged. Looks like BYUN focusing more on the defense here. Going to have to reallocate his production. Cancels all of the extra barracks. Well, both players denying each other's production. Oh, this is getting really scrappy, and I get the sense that maybe BYUN might be better in these scrappy situations where you can't have a clear-cut, easy defense. Alright, Liberator's going to be the response here for BYUN. Yeah, I don't see how CLEM deals with this. There is already tanks to kind of cover the Liberators, so yeah, just forced to pick up now. And BYUN will be allowed to kind of re-establish his base. Oh, Marines on the high ground covering the tank. Very unfortunate there for CLEM, but good defense by BYUN, of course. Oh, squad of Marines here. Might be able to snipe the base. Yep, there's the stem. There is going to be a tank on the high ground. Should be able to save this. But very annoying for CLEM, of course. Right, BYUN getting ready for his main army to regroup. Good use of the Liberators here. Of course, they do one-shot Marines, so and they are being protected by the tank on the high ground. Good kind of like a staggered defense for CLEM. Good idea with this sensor tower. Yep, identifying BYUN is going to want to be aggressive. Oh, got cancelled. Alright, how many tanks are there? 4 to 5. Okay, very similar. One advantage for CLEM. Liberator's going into the main base. There's nothing to defend this, because this could be quite a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, BYUN really setting up a 3-prong attack here. A BYUN special, if you will. Yeah, tanks in the back here. Already a lot of workers going down. The Vikings did deal with a Liberator in the main base though, so the 2-prong has been dealt with, but this is a lot of damage. And the upgrades! Oh, BYUN maybe seeking revenge for the amount of times his E-base was sniped. Looks like, yep, he is going to stem, he is going to go for it. A bit of BYUN revenge, if you will. Space justice, as Tasteless might say. Oh, okay, it does pick up the tanks. Gonna sack the Marines. Obviously the Vikings can chase the medevacs, so BYUN just making some calculated sacrifices there. Can't escape with everyone. Save the important units and get out. Oh, some workers not actually mining here for BYUN. He does notice. Probably shift Q slightly missed. +2/+2 on the way here for BYUN. Oh my god, and +1/+1. That's... oh god, that's... you do not want to be there as CLEM. Not against BYUN, the Marine god himself. Now, the one thing I will say is that CLEM does have the air advantage, and the 2 Liberators with this do pose quite a threat. But the Marines are just going to be so cost effective here for BYUN. Maybe the tanks can kind of equalize this, so like this tank lib push, yeah, this 4th base will have to be cancelled here for BYUN. I don't see how he keeps us alive. Yeah, just going to leapfrog, yeah. Libs, tanks, and just slowly, BYUN's gonna have to give up ground until a fight can be forced. Oh! CLEM able to find some tanks. It's all about the tanks. Oh, that base was killed! Alright, BYUN, he's been doing this so far every game in the series. Every time he gets put in defense, he just goes for a big Marine counter. But this time with the upgrade leads, this counter is very scary. Now, CLEM does actually have the tools to push into this, by the way. Oh, actually, never mind, he actually lost his Vikings. If he still had the Vikings, he could keep pushing, but he can't now. And now look how cost-effectively these Marines can just trade. BYUN going to focus down that tank and just push into this. Oh, cancel, good cancel there by CLEM. But BYUN is just going to start trading so cost-efficiently. 1-1 will finish. So CLEM should be able to push this away. Oh! Marine's not trading there. More workers going down here for CLEM. BYUN with a huge economy advantage. Oh, these Vikings picking off the healing here. And so CLEM's got to be careful not to overstim. All the medevacs coming home. It's interesting that BYUN's still making medevacs even though he's got a healthy 5. Alright, looks like CLEM's actually gonna leap forward backwards. Good vision here by CLEM, but doesn't quite see what it needs to see. So this base here might actually be killed. That's a lot of Marines, and 2-2 is done, so they're going to have a lot of damage. Nah, we should be a cancel there. Good cancel. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, it's +2 armor hasn't even finished. BYUN is just going to go for it. There is a tank on the high ground dealing a lot of damage to these Marines, but you just see how the Marines of CLEM just evaporate. Oh man, this might just be too much damage. In fact, the tank's been left here. I guess that would take too long to bring home. Oh man, BYUN working his magic. The Marines underneath the medivacs. You just see how far 2-2 goes. It's just such a huge advantage. Oh, if BYUN finds these tanks, it is just lights out. That's probably the one saving grace here for CLEM so far, is that those tanks did get out alive. Yeah, I think CLEM identified that the Marines were slightly in the wrong position. Let's see, does BYUN? Yeah, good scan here by BYUN. Oh, he's gonna just jump right on this, immediately focus down in those tanks. There are still 3 in the back. So BYUN's respecting a doom drop. I think BYUN knows that he's just slowly getting more and more cost efficiency here on CLEM. Big stim up here. Good pullback here by CLEM. Very calculated moves. BYUN still finding damage, still abusing CLEM, and this is just CLEM being down on units. He's not able to kind of have units to defend like he normally would in the other games. Oh, more tanks being picked up here by BYUN. He's just slowly bullying CLEM out of this game, and he really wants to go for it. He's willing to trade out as many Marines as it takes to do so. 3-3 is done, isn't it? Oh my god, it's 3-3 to 2-1. Oh no, CLEM. It's downhill from here. It's downhill. BYUN is not gonna let go of his lead. Oh no, these units out of position. BYUN smells it. Sending 1 Marine forward just to kind of get some information. Even keeps it alive. Yeah, GG. Alright, we are back, and this series has really delivered. This series has really gone the distance. But introducing our players, we do have the red Terran, it is BYUN. And his opponent, the blue Terran, it is CLEM. I just noticed I should probably get out of the habit of saying we're back. I guess it's a force of habit from live casting. Of when sometimes more in the community games when players disappear and you have to jump back in, but I guess for you viewers here at YouTube, it's going to be fairly seamless. But that's all right. We're gonna work on that. All right, slight difference in the openings here. A gas first, racks for BYUN, so that does indicate that he's going to use that extra gas for a more technical timing. Man, this has been a great series. I think CLEM was looking really dominant in the first 2 games, and BYUN he strikes me as a more emotional player, someone who can kind of get tilted quite easily by some losses or just some positions that he can get into. But he was able to kind of stabilize, put on some more aggression, get back into his rhythm, and bring us back here to a full series, to a game 5. So this has been a real treat. I think these two players, stylistically, are just really fun to watch, because they are just both so explosive. Like, they're both willing to do the base trade. They're both willing to just go the full aggression. Maybe kind of BYUN more so than CLEM, but, you know, it's not that CLEM can't do it. He definitely has that ability up his sleeve. Cool. So slightly faster factory here for BYUN. So far, it's been kind of a consistent thing in this series. I think BYUN just feels much more comfortable on the offensive. Like, when he's on the defensive, he does seem to kind of stumble a little bit. And you almost, in a way, you can almost see him try to stabilize by kind of doing counterattacks when he's on the defense. Oh, this is interesting. I think CLEM's anticipating like some Reaper Hellion micro, but he's just gone straight into the Marines. So the SUV just has a little bit of extra DPS. This is looking very similar to game 3, where BYUN did kind of like it was like 6 Marines and Winter Mine in the dropship, and then 2 Hellions to move out. Yeah. Cool. Alright, he's gonna go for that build again. Let's see. Not sure what CLEM's gonna have on the defense yet. Tech Lab on the barracks. This should be for a Cyclone. Yeah, Cyclone would be. Oh no, tank! Oh, okay. Interesting. Tank has less mobility, so if BYUN will have the opportunity to kind of hit where CLEM is not. I am a fan of this sort of thing, where you make a Widowmine for the push, and then you use it defensively like this. It's kind of cool. It's like a removal of redundancy is one way of looking at it. Yep, but here we go. 6 Marines and a minivac. Oh, sorry, and a Widowmine. And there should be Hellions kind of joining us as well. Right, where is that tank? Tank's here. I mean, this tank position is like CLEM's anticipating like a push from the front, but this is going to be a drop. Now, there is vision of this, so CLEM should be able to react. 1 Marine immediately gone. Second one gonna... Oh! Killed by the nade, even. Good defense here by CLEM. Alright, so the early aggression does get forked here. Looks like CLEM getting ready to salvage this bunker now that he's got 2 tanks. In fact, he might go for the counter pressure. Because BYUN kind of invested a lot into that attack, didn't do anything, and has delayed his own tank and Raven because of it. So CLEM might be, yeah, he's going across the map. I suppose you do want to keep the the bunker versus BYUN. He's just that kind of player, right? Oh! Okay, gonna hit the Viking. Doesn't kill her though, leaves her on 10 HP. Alright. Oh, okay, so BYUN's got the more mobile army, so he's going to go out and meet this. And should be able to kind of pick a bunch of this off. Good Viking micro here by CLEM. But he's just going to have to trade out, unfortunately, for CLEM. So good pick off here by BYUN. Good recognition that he was able to kind of push this before it was ready. Looks like there are more reinforcements on the way here for CLEM, so he does want to keep this going. Interesting there's no medivacs with this. He's just going for just raw damage. Oh, medivac does go down. Now, if the tanks are out of position, yeah, the Vikings can just land here, and they do have bonus damage versus armor. Oh, okay, he kind of pushes back into the defensive siege tank line. Oh man, this is just really sloppy. I feel like more's been lost here for CLEM. The Vikings are an expensive loss. I mean, they did kind of serve their purpose, but let's see. Yeah, slightly more here for CLEM. It's kind of like almost like a role reversal, where in the first 2 games of the series, BYUN was trying to get a lot of damage done while trying to attack into CLEM, but was losing a lot in the process. Now it seems like CLEM has kind of fallen into the same trap himself. Alright, Scan does see the completed base here for BYUN, but of course CLEM now made his own, except for the orbital's nearly done for BYUN, so a slight lead for BYUN. Stim +1 attack on the way. I think Stim's already... No, Stim not done. Alright, not even on the way here for CLEM. I mean, it's just kind of more of a stylistic thing for BYUN anyway. He just loves his Marines. He just seems to get so much more out of them. Makes sense that he would want that faster. Oh, okay. BYUN now sending some Marines out, showing that he too can play passively. In fact, yeah, BYUN is playing a lot like CLEM in this game. Yeah, they both got the Marines kind of spotting. So they both want to play passively. Except for CLEM is just kind of decided to have 2 Vikings on either side of his base. Whereas BYUN has just a missile turret here and then 4 at the bottom. So a heavy punish if CLEM were to try the bottom, but a light punish if he were to try go from the top. I think BYUN just probing here, trying to get a read of where CLEM is at. Oh, we'll find a Marine. Alright, well both players remarkably similar in worker counts, army counts. I think upgrades will be in CLEM's favor by the looks of it. Oh no, there's already 1-1, sorry. No, apologies, they're in BYUN's favor. Yeah, he's got +2/+2 starting. Alright, BYUN gonna attack into here. There are 2 tanks already in position, but tank advantage for BYUN by the looks of it. Okay, Liberator and tanks here. Yep, some workers should go down. That tank a little bit too far forward against the 3 tanks of CLEM. Sorry, BYUN. Good Viking usage here by BYUN. He's actually getting quite a lot done with this. Looks like CLEM was just slightly out of position. A bit slow on the siege up. Oh, okay, he's just gonna go. So just lifts up and sends all of his workers into this. It looks like he will clean this up and keep a lot of his army alive in the process. Yeah, okay. So CLEM willing to trade workers for army. So the longer this game goes on and CLEM isn't able to capitalize on his army lead, worse is going to get here for CLEM. And in fact, actually the army is actually really similar in supplies. But it is 5 tanks here for CLEM against 2 of BYUN. So a 3 tank lead. We'll have to see if CLEM can stabilize here, because he's definitely taken a blow. You never want to be in that position where you're forced to pull workers. That was definitely a forced response. So many Marines here for BYUN, and they are +1/+1. Oh, actually, no, upgrades are the same. They are about to be 2/2. Oh, actually, BYUN's getting out of position here. He's actually forced to engage. He doesn't actually want to fight here, and he's forced to fight into tanks. He actually got pushed away from his base. So this is like really good posturing here by CLEM. That's, oh. Yeah, that was a big loss there for BYUN. He loses most of his marine advantage. Looks like CLEM is just going to siege up with 3 tanks here. Just eat the hits on the way up. BYUN posturing maybe for a counter. I don't think he can collapse onto this yet. There's still too many tanks here. That planetary is going to be on a clock. Let's see, 1 take on the defense here for CLEM. Nothing defending the main base. There could be a pickup, but BYUN doesn't know that just yet. Alright, 4th base will be taken out. Yep, there's the lift up, and there's only a small handful of Marines. CLEM now has to kind of regroup. It was actually a really low health medevac there, so really risky here by BYUN. And there is still a tank on the low ground helping with support 5, but these are +2/+2 Marines. Or about to be. There we go, +2/+2 now fully kicked in. Worker's going to help soak up some of the damage here. More worker deaths here for Clem, but he's still on a healthy 60, plus meals. Oh! Okay, big drop pick off there. Clem definitely taking the supply lead. He's up 30 army supply at the moment. BYUN might have to kind of expand here. I don't think he's going to be able to retake this location that Clem has been sieging. There's not really many evacs here for Clem. He's really bruising his marines trying to clear this up. Wouldn't mind to spot. Ooh, nice little hit there. Yeah, so this is a 3-base BYUN against a 4-base Clem. And he is going to start going into the main here. There is a little zone of protection that Clem can retreat to. Bit of sloppy micro there by Clem. Not quite getting the trade he wanted. I feel like BYUN does this a lot, where he leaves the tanks in the front, but he always has marines just slightly behind, just in case. Always ready to pull them back. Oh, big move out here by Clem. So he's still got a 10 supply lead. Bear in mind that a lot of the supply lead is in marines. Actually, never mind. Actually, they're very similar. What's the supply? More medivacs. Never mind. Never mind. They are very similar. Yeah. BYUN going for this left-hand base. Yeah, gotta siege up the tanks here. Good siege location. So far, gonna even pick off the 4th base. Oh, BYUN. Oh, he's struggling. He's struggling. He's just chilling in the center tower here. 3 tanks. No anti-air in the main base again. Oh! Alright, gonna siege up down here. There are some tanks already in position, so they will get picked off. Good defense by BYUN. Let's see, upgrades 3-2 against 2-1. Yeah, these marines are really going to trade effectively. In fact, that might be the saving grace. Oh god, if BYUN focused down the E-base, he's going for it. Now, I guess +3 only just started, but you have to wait for the engineering bay to finish, and before he can actually restart that, it's actually going to burn down. Oh, look how well these marines trade. Yeah, in fact, that's going to be the biggest factor here. So far, Clem has had the tank advantage, but BYUN's marines are just trading so cost efficiently here. He's going to, oh wow, okay, he's going straight for the production. There are, let's see, 3, 4, 5 tanks here. BYUN's just going to jump on those. They're all really low health marines, but not enough to actually finish them off. Oh no, SUVs are running for their lives. And it looks like this push down here, not able to get any headway. Oh, no vision. In fact, I don't even think they have scans available anymore. Yeah, they're all energied out. There are 2 groups. Oh, those are SUVs. I was about to say there are 2 groups down here, but no. No, these are just workers. Wow, BYUN. I mean, Clem was in just such a commanding position all game, but honestly, I think it came down to the positioning. Well, not even really. I don't know if positioning is the right word, because I think Clem overall had better positioning. It was like striking at opportunities with better upgrades, I want to say. Or the decisiveness of BYUN is really what's winning him this game. Yeah, and now the role reversal here. The tank's now in range of the planetary fortress. There's just not many marines left for Clem. He's just... yeah, the cost efficiency is just way too much here for BYUN. For Clem to hold on, should I say. BYUN even taking time to clear the rocks for the retreat. Yeah, it looks like that base will go down here for Clem, even with the repair. I mean, he's hemorrhaging resources right now. It's actually hurting his ability to be able to to reinforce his units. Now, let's see. Does BYUN know about this base? No.
Base is under attack.
Oh my god, he put a sensor tower there. I mean, scans are a premium right now. Can't afford extra orbitals right now. It's all about Marines. So it makes sense he'll make just a sensor tower, just for some cheeky spotting. Dropship coming into the main base. CLEM is actually ready for this, so that's good defense. They are similar supplies. I just think that BYUN has a more commanding position now. He's kind of slowly choking CLEM out. Oh, this tank position. Oh man, CLEM is not ready for this. Oh, and it now cuts off this base as well. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Yeah, stem forward here. There's only one tank in the back. Oh, getting the Vikings as well. Great trades there by BYUN. Excellent micro. Oh, CLEM just walking into these tanks. He's losing his supply. Yeah, he will come forward here. He takes 2 tanks out, but it was almost all of his Marines. And BYUN's not going to stop. He's going to rally across the map. He's going to keep this going. That's it, GG! BYUN going to take the series. It was looking very dicey for him for a little while there. It looked like he might actually fall over. CLEM had excellent defense in Game 1 and Game 2. He had great rhythm. But GG, BYUN will take the series. So that was the Cheeseadelphia Winter best of 5.